Is the situation in Chennai and other parts of Tamil Nadu as a result of very heavy rainfall that has been going on since the beginning of the morning. And the news is that it's only going to get worse possibly. The rainfall will continue till Friday. That's what the Met Department is forecasting. Several parts of Chennai are flooded now and the flood waters are rising. The pace, the speed of the water, the current in the water, I should say, in many parts of Chennai is also a major concern at this stage. It's a dark night in Chennai, more so because there is no electricity in several places. Electricity supply has been cut because of the fear, because of the worry of electrocution. All flights have been stopped at Chennai airport. The armed forces have been deployed and the process of rescues is well underway. We are bringing you these night images. All right, joining us now on the line is the airport director, Mr. Deepak Shastri. Sir, is the airport open for operations?
No.
And you were meant to review the situation now at 11 o'clock.
My team has gone for the, unfortunately the level, water level is still rising and I have nowhere to spread the water or divert the water because of Adyar River also overflowing.
Sir, is water entering the airport building as well, where lots of people are?
Airport building is, we are providing passengers who are stranded with food and shelter, and we are working round the clock so that if rain recedes, then only we will be able to allow certain aircraft to take off.
Sir, has there been any request from the Indian Air Force to operate its flights to your airport?
Yes, they have asked me through the state government protocol, and we said that subject to availability of the airport in terms of safe operations, will certainly provide that.
And at the moment that seems difficult because of rising water levels is what you're saying?
Yes, it is moment because rain has to relent.
Now sir, the water levels, is it on the tarmac or is it on the runway as well?
It is, runway is not flooded, but water is also on the runway.
Sir, is a part of the runway at least operational in case emergency aircraft need to get in?
We don't consider operations at the moment safe.
All right. And sir, what is the depth of the water on the tarmac?
On the tarmac, it is nothing but it is unsafe. It is unsafe because undercarriage is almost touching the water level. So that is not a very safe situation in which we can ask aircraft operators to operate.
In fact, sir, we've already got some images from Chennai airport where the water is above the nose wheel level of many of the aircraft, particularly the smaller planes.
It's called undercarriage.
That's right. Above the nose wheel of the undercarriage, obviously, in some of the smaller aircraft, the water levels are already higher than that.
Yes, so therefore we consider it unsafe. Unless water finds slope, unless water is diverted away from the operational area, we will not be able to resume operation.
All right. And sir, do you have any idea of the weather forecast? You would have your own Met experts over there.
We have a very grim picture on that count also, because this kind of situation is likely to continue for some more time.
How much more time are your Met experts telling you, sir?
Up to 4th December, I was told.
All right, up till 4th December. All right, thank you very much, sir. The airport director of Chennai Airport telling us what the situation over there, and I'm afraid the news is not good. The Met report, and remember, the airport authorities would be getting very accurate weather reports, confirming what we've been reporting throughout the evening, that till the 4th of December, the situation over there in terms of rainfall is going to be quite bad till Friday. So it is the same information that he is getting as well. Air Force aircraft have been told that they should not be operating over there because it's not safe for their operations. Water levels have been rising at the airport because there is nowhere for the water to go. The water levels have gone above, and we've seen this from pictures which we'll try and bring you in a while, the nose wheel level of some of the smaller aircraft parked over there at Chennai Airport. Fortunately, there is no flooding at the airport itself, and the airport authorities are trying to ensure that the few hundred people who are at the airport are relatively safe. Well, joining us now on the phone line is the chairman of the Chennai Corporation. Sir, thank you very much for speaking to us. What is the latest situation in Chennai?
We have had unprecedented rains. Even now it's raining in Chennai since morning, and I think we may be surpassing all records in terms of the per-day rainfall. But the good news is that most of the arterial roads are functioning. I'm right now traveling on our main arterial road, which is called the Mount Road or Anna Saleh, and it's clean as a whistle. So most of the infrastructure is intact. Streetlights are burning all over. Yes, some low-lying areas abutting the Adyar River are submerged because of huge amount of water being released from the Chembrambakam reservoir. So we've evacuated those people. And but otherwise, I think we are in full gear, sitting up the whole night to see that this water is drained early.
Sir, how many people have you evacuated so far?
Well, about 3,500 till the last count. And if more are required, we'll do them.
From which area were these people evacuated?
Mostly, as I said, from the banks of the river Adyar, which is in full spate. Most of these are slum areas, unfortunately, who have faced the brunt of this waters. They are from various zones like the Adyar and from further, on our upstream areas like Jafar Khan Pet and Manapakam, Potturpuram, those kind of areas.
Sir, do you have a solution to pumping water out from flooded areas, because it's going to keep raining till Friday?
Well, pumping can be a very local solution, but when we are getting so much of quantity of water from outside the city entering through our rivers and canals which are flowing above the normal mark, pumping is not really a solution. So therefore, I think we will have to wait for the waters to recede. Till such time, some amount of temporary inundation will have to be there in most of the parts.
What about evacuation further in other areas? I know the NDRF, the Navy, the Army, they are all there at your disposal. Are you going to deploy them in many other places?
Well, if need be, we will take their help. Right now, they are in standby mode. We are managing with our own resources because I said right now we are evacuating people in the slums abutting the rivers. But there is a lot of reluctance generally for people to be evacuated. They prefer to move to the upper floors, and because we are supplying them food and water, and the power is on in most of the areas, so there is a bit of reluctance. People are hoping that the waters will recede, but then situation is not so grim as is being made out in terms of the need to evacuate. I don't think there is a major evacuation on the cards at the moment.
Okay, that's very welcome news, a major evacuation not on the cards. But sir, a few conflicting reports. You are indicating that power is available in many parts of the city. A lot of our viewers are telling us that they haven't had power for several hours. Is that because power has been switched off? Yes,
because to prevent any kind of electrocution, the power has been switched off in some areas, but as I say, I'm right now traveling all across the city. The most of the roads are all lit up. Some of the localities are having power, but just by way of precaution, the electricity board has switched off in some of the areas to prevent any electrocution.
And sir, what about communication? Cell phone towers, so that is very much the lifeline. They would be running on generators if there is no power, but at some stage the generators will be out of gas and then out of fuel, and therefore communication might be a problem. Is that a concern for you, sir?
Well, I have not spoken to the cell phone companies, but right now I'm talking to you on a cell phone, so I think the infrastructure is holding up. The TV channels are running, so I don't think there is any kind of a crisis on that account.
Okay.
We faced worse situations successfully, and I'm sure that we'll come out of this as well.
Okay, sir, two more questions. Firstly, the status or the condition of hospitals, are they up and operational, sir?
Absolutely. The Honorable Chief Minister has ordered that all the medical services and all relief services should be working throughout the night, and we are all in the streets. We are all working 24/7. The fire services are there working shoulder to shoulder to us. And the hospitals, our dispensaries, everything is working. No issues.
Okay, so last question. For people who are watching in Chennai and other parts, what is your advice to them?
Be safe. Stay at home as far as possible. Take protected water and food. Nothing to panic. Chennai has seen worse times. We are there for you. If you have any issues, you want to reach out to us. 1913 is our helpline. We'll try our best to come back to you as early as possible. But there's no need for panic. I think situation is very much under control, and we are always there to support our citizens.